Got our 1980 Kawasaki 440 LTD motorcycle, and the seat's not in bad condition, but it is split from the driver's weight and also just kind of cracking up, coming apart. So I got a replacement cover for it, and we're going to see about getting it switched around and put on her. Well, the first thing we got to do is remove the seat, take the key, unlock the seat here, and then we got a couple of little clips. Grab them with the pliers. And then our clips should come right out. There's our front one. And then I'll probably have to set the camera down to remove our rear one so I can use my hands to support the seat. And once we got both of them out, the seat just lifts right up off. We'll go ahead and put all of our hardware back. There's our front one, there's our rear one, and the key, so nothing gets lost during the process. I have the seat out here on our workbench. Put down a piece of cardboard to provide a little extra padding or protection. And then here's the underneath side. Still got the decals all intact, and even a little tool kit. So it looks like the seat cover is held down with these little triangle clips. I have to move these mounting brackets out of the way temporarily. The 2-hinge side and then the latch side looks to be about all will be in our way. And then again, we've got them same triangle clips. And then also we have a chrome trim piece. Seems to be held down with little, that one's already off, little press washers, I guess you would call them. We'll start getting her apart. Alright, I got our latch bracket off. Now for our hinge brackets, got it off, but wanted to note that the bigger one with the little retainers here on the top goes towards the rear of the seat. And then got this fella. And then our, let's see, it looks like our tool kit comes off like this. Alright. Guess I'm just flap down out of the way. Latch them back on here so they stay out of the way. Okay, I guess we'll work on getting this trim piece off first, and we'll go from there. Alright, before we rip the seat apart, this is the new seat cover we've got. Really nice. Picked it up off eBay. The guy that makes them, like I said, did a really nice job. Oh, nice sewn padded pleats. Plenty of extra material for pulling and securing. Alright, let's see how close it is to the one on the bike. Here's our new seat cover, sitting over our seat. Front's got this wraparound spot. Got the same there. Kick up, that's about the same. Wrap around the back. Plenty of material to work with. Yep, I think it'll work. Alright, back to old seat disassembly. Pry up these guys. Maybe our needle will facilitate that a little better. There we go. Alright, we got them all bent up now. Just got to get these little press nut things off. I found that using 2 screwdrivers seems to do the best. And they all seem still usable. We have all of our little press nuts off of this chrome strip now. And a few of them got bent a little bit, but seem to just straighten out pretty well with just the handle of the screwdriver. So now I would say this chrome strip should come right off. Kind of gentle with it. We don't want to stretch it or bend it. There we go. Pretty well intact. Now we've just got our little bent over clips here. Just bend them up like that, I guess. Now these little things pry up pretty easy. You don't want to bring them up too much. Just enough to get the cover off. I'll go ahead and get the rest and show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, we got all of our tabs pried up a bit. I don't want to overdo it. We should be able to just pull it down and up off of them. A little bit of stretching action. Like that. And just keep working it all around. I'll work it the rest of the way. Just keep working it the rest of the way around. All the way there. Come back to that one. These ones wasn't even attaching it that well. Double layer here for some reason. There we go. This whole side's done except for these two hooks right here on this tight spot. We'll come back to that. Not trying to bore you guys with this stuff, but showing you how it's all done. Well, these tight ones come off already. I think that's all except for over here. So I'll see if I can stretch the cover off here. Go from there. Alrighty. Getting our cover peeled off of our foam. That's coming off pretty nice. My goodness. Yeah. Alright. I guess this thing been falling apart for a minute, huh? Worse than I thought down inside. Get a good idea of how much this thing is really deteriorating. Really thin too. Alright. Get all this debris off of here. I don't know if it's gonna damage anything. If it ain't hurting nothing, don't bother with it. Alright, let me see if I can clean her up a little bit. Alright, got a lot of debris off of this thing so far. Some of this stuff seems to be glued down a bit. See if I can get it off without damaging anything. That seems to be working pretty good. Directions say we're supposed to lightly glue down the new seat cover, help it maintain its position. Don't shift around on you when you're securing it. And I would say all this garbage will get in the way of gluing her down. That's a lot of debris. One or two pieces ain't gonna hurt none. I don't want to damage our foam here. Alright. This is in pretty good shape. Alright. I gave her all a good brushing. Get any loose stuff off or dust. Seems pretty good. Got our seat all cleaned up and ready for a new cover. It's reading over the installation instructions that came along with it. And they mentioned to properly position it, there's V-shaped notches in the center under the cover, and they were to mark the center of the seat along its length. And then I'll line the center of the cover with the center of the marks. So I've used the Sharpie to mark the center of our seat pretty much all the way down. And we'll do a dry fit, see how it fits, see how it looks. Well, here's our V notch in the center of that portion of it. I really didn't see a V-notch up there in the end, so I went ahead and gave us a few other centers. And then I don't really see a V-notch up in this end either. I guess we'll go with this center seam. So I'll stretch around and see how it looks. Well, being that the front of this seat, the padding kind of fits up in a pocket here, I would say that's our best place to start. Snug it down on there and go from there. Got our cover all stretched down and on our foam and seat base. It's actually pretty close and pretty tight the way it is. Got a little poof up to it. That's what we're going to adhere down. It says just to adhere it on this top surface, not along the sides or anything. That way you still got stretchability. Alright, now I gotta pull it back off. Alright, I think we're about ready for our spray adhesive. We're just going to put it on this top surface, this front here, and then this top surface. This over on this side as well. Let that set up for a minute or two, and then we'll stretch our cover over. I've turned our sink cover mostly inside out as to not get any adhesive on the outside. And then we'll start with our front tuck-in part. Slide it over our front, and then we'll stretch it out to the back. Alright, we got our front tucked over. We'll line our lines up and stretch her down over the back. Alright, we got that part down. Then we'll line up, found our rear V-notch. Got that lined up, and then we'll stretch the back down. Alright, we got our seat cover all stretched down pretty nice. I'm going to set a couple weights on here and here. Get to set that adhesive good before we go stretching the rest of her down. We've got our seat cover weighted down now. A couple of toolboxes, not super heavy, but put a little weight on it. I haven't covered it up with an old t-shirt, kind of protect the seat cover itself. I gave it, I don't know, a little while, half hour or something to set up good. It's starting to get dusk on us. I took all our weights off. Seems to be seated pretty well. Just gotta flip her over, do a little trimming, and hang her on them little pins or pegs. There's the bottom side. As you can see, it already fits pretty snug. Like I said, we'll just have to do a little trimming and hook her on our little hooks. I used a Sharpie, kind of roughly outline. Oops, can't see that. Where the material come right up to the edge of the seat. So now I'll leave a about 1.5 to 2 inches. Now follow that and cut her out. I've pretty much marked it in just about 1 inch all the way around. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out. Working on getting our seat cover all stretched on. Now we're checking our side seams and stuff. Looks pretty even. So far I've attached probably like 4 hooks in the back. About 4 hooks on each side here. Oops. And then through 2 or 4 in the front. So like I said, just double checking around the edges. And I'll stretch her around and hook her down some more. Working on getting our little pegs bent over now. So I'm using a scrap piece of our material to protect the outside, and then pliers to just bend our tab down. Now we'll go to the next one. See how that one's sticking up. We'll pad the outside, smush it down, and work our way around. We've got our tabs pretty much all down. Nice and tight. But right here at this bend here, we've got a pretty good floppiness. I'm going to put a couple of drops of super glue inside of there, and a couple drops of super glue on the one side to get fold down and stay nicely. Alright, there's our flap over. Not too bad. I already did our other flap over. Nice and tight. I'll just keep on buttoning down our prongs the rest of the way around. Alright, we got our seat cover pretty much all on and installed. Stretched around nice. Seems to come out pretty good and even. Next we got to get our chrome trim ring on, and then the rest of our hardware there. So looking at the old seat cover, we've got a hole here up toward the front, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches before the end. We got a second hole and a third hole. Same as our bracket. So I found our rear hole. Then we can usually just peel back the cover a little bit until we find the other 2 holes, and then we'll punch those out as well. I got our trim piece pretty much all on and stuff. Pushed in a couple of our nuts there. You just slide right over and then just press them right on. Just snug them up with the pliers and put a little pad on the outside. And the final thing is to bend our prongs down a little bit. Just use our pliers, push over on it. Alrighty. Got our latch back on, our hinges on, our rear trim piece. Not pretty nice. And then once we get our seat back on the mounts, we'll slide the main pins in, and then our little cotter pins. Simple as that. And make sure our latch lines up okay. Yep. Beautiful. Well, that wraps up our video of redoing the seat on El Moto here. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.